You are continuing with another wonderful game, Constellation, a collection of Let's Plays of Beyond the Chiron Gate, a game developed by John Ayliff. Welcome to Relaxing VODs on the channel that describes absolutely everything. Game Double Tap. Let's go. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Constellation, Beyond the Chiron Gate. I had a love of space games since I was a child, and I remember the first space movie of significance I ever saw was a strange movie done back in the late 70s, maybe early 80s. It was called Forbidden Planet. And from that point, I fell in love with space and science fiction. Little by little, movies like Star Wars and Aliens and Commando came out, and I continued to fall in love with action movies and space and sci-fi genre. When I was a little boy, I watched movies which were TV series like Lost in Space. Those were the shows I was in love with, and I watched them religiously every single week. My animations were shows like The Jetsons. I've always been in love with sci-fi, and I'm sure you are too. Beyond the Chiron Gate combines space roguelike adventure with puzzle, building, and other elements, a talent tree to grow your team into the most powerful team they can be. If you're looking for full tutorials of Beyond the Chiron Gate, you can go over to Game, my Prime channel, and watch an entire playlist of more than 20 videos teaching you how to play Beyond the Chiron Gate, from launch of your first ship to your grand research into the mother world of the gate builders. Thank you for coming, and please enjoy Easy Grind. Let's review where we are today with exactly what happened here. It's been a while since we played Beyond the Chiron Gate, so we're going to need to look at all of our talents and skills and start leveling up some more of our crew members. I think we could probably get maybe 4 or 5 missions in before we are done. All right, let's check all our information out.
At the heart of the base, the asteroid has an excavated reveal flickering characters. Edit. Vertical navigation. Form controls. Links. Headings. Audio ducking. Off. Volume. 90%. Seeking rate. 70%. 65%. Text selection. Lines. Words. Characters. Edit. Vertical form controls. Links. Orbits within Chiron base. A cluster of space habitats orbiting the asteroid 2000. Crew quarters. Link. Hopeful interstellar explorers await selection in Chiron base's habitat wing, where the most promising candidates have confirmed. 5/5 selected.
Okay, we already have 5 members selected, so we're set for members. Let's check our research.
Link not found. 100 and complementary. 100 and xenology image. Drag percent at 100 and 100 and xenology 30 biology 100 planetary 3/3 hull integrity percent 100 by 30 100 and complementary planetary science 3 confirm 5/5 selected. Link and main navigation crew quarters link R&D lab link.
Let's check
in the cradle of Chiron base's zero
lab.
gravity shipyard while remote drones and space suited and done. Link crew image 5/5 fuel 100% hull integrity 3/3 planetary science 133 biology image 30 xenology image 100 and complementary.
All right. Looks like we're going to need a lot more research points, so let's get out there and discover some wonderful things in the world. in the galaxy, in the universe, in the multiverse.
Form controls. Links. Link not found. Done. Link end. Main. Main. Navigation. Landmark. The Voyager orbits within Chiron Gate. Crew quarters. Link. R&D lab. Link. Memorial. Link. Chiron Gate. Link. Travel. Link. The Chiron Gate can be used 10 more times before it collapses. It can take the Voyager to the following systems: Neutron Star, Moroku, Neutron Star, 9, Nebula, Organic Remains Detected, Travel, Dwarf Star, Sargas, Orange, Dwarf, 6, Stellar Flares, Nebula, Organic Remains Detected, Travel, Main Sequence Star, and White, Main Sequence, 7, Travel, Supergiant Star, Pingo, Blue White, Supergiant, 10, Organic Remains Detected, Travel, Pulsar, Bodine, Pulsar, 6, Stellar Flares, Travel, Alien Home Systems. Due to the gate's instability, the Voyager can only visit each civilization's home system once. Giant Star, Replicator's home system, Yellow, Giant, 8, Stellar Flares, Nebula, Life Detected, Organic Remains Detected, Travel, Pulsar, Space Dweller's home system, Pulsar, 13, Stellar Flares, Organic Remains Detected, Travel, Main Sequence Star, Watcher's home system, White, Main Sequence, 10, Stellar Flares, Life Detected, Travel, Cancel.
All right, we have quite a few worlds to choose from. And because we've unlocked the first really expensive gate-based xenology technology, we've unlocked access to advanced species home worlds. We usually try to do those right before we take on the very last level, which is the gate builder's home world. But of course, before we reach that point, we're going to need a lot of xenology. To keep us on track, we have 2 expert xenologists along for our journey and some other random important crew members. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and select, I think we're going to go ahead and select another practice world and continue to level some more of our lower level crew members.
More times before it collapses. It can take times before Voyager to the following: Neutron Star, image. Moroku, Neutron Star, 9, Nebula, image. Organic Remains Detected, image.
This one has organic remains.
Travel, link.
We could go there. Organic remains are good. That's good for xenology. Life is better, though.
Dwarf Star, image. Sargas, orange. Dwarf, 6. Stellar Flares, image.
Whenever you hear colors, that means it's probably a very hot world. So orange is hot and red is very hot.
Nebula, image.
Which means lots of suit malfunctions. So if you haven't upgraded your environmental suits, you're in for a fun ride.
Organic Remains Detected, image.
This one has more organic remains.
Travel, link. Nebula, image. Stellar Flares, image. 6.
It only has 6 planets though, so we don't get a lot of opportunities.
Nebula, image. Organic Remains Detected, image. Travel, link. Main Sequence Star, image. And White. Main Sequence. 7. Travel, link. Supergiant Star, image. Travel, 7.
This one sounds like it has just planetary experience and research. We could discover another homeworld species here, so this is another opportunity. But I'm always looking for organic remains. Those usually lead to the most discoveries.
Travel, link. Supergiant Star, image. Pingo. Blue White. Supergiant. 10. Organic Remains Detected, image.
This is a perfect world to start our exploration. It has 10 planets, it has organic remains, it does have significant dangers. As you unlock certain sensors, each one of those sensors alerts you to dangers, whether it's high or low gravity, whether it's high or low heat, whether it's asteroids or radiation burst. There are hundreds of dangers and beyond the Chiron Gate. It's never the same adventure. Every time you play, it's a new, exciting adventure. Of course, if you're looking to play beyond the Chiron Gate, you can always find a link to it in my description. For the most part, if I'm playing the game in easy grind, you can find it in the description, along with a description of the very beautiful thumbnail done by our artists of the new thumbnails. This is the channel that describes everything, folks. So you're never left out in the dark as a visually impaired person. Big shout out to John Ayliff for the recent update. The menus and beyond the Chiron Gate, the titles, the user interface have become incredibly smooth. That's the kind of love I love seeing. It's amazing. Thank you so much. Of course, if you beat the game, you can continue to play in infinite mode, which is amazing if you want to get your characters to level 10. It's quite exciting and fun. It isn't easy though, I must tell you. All right, let's get easy grinding onto this planet.
10. Organic remains detected. Travel. Link. 70%. An object drifts across the Voyager S path through the wormhole. It is barely visible in the crackling maelstrom, but the scanners manage to resolve it as a solid chunk of rock, a piece of the normal universe somehow intruding into this strange space. Planetary Sonji Min calibrates the scanners to collect useful data through the wormhole interference. 80%. Engineer Olga Antonova quickly builds a remote probe to intercept the asteroid before it is out of reach. 70%. Pilot Yamato Linden tries to match velocity with the asteroid so that the explorers can study it up close. 40%. The explorers ignore the asteroid.
We'll take the highest percentage for this journey.
Engineer Olga Antonova quickly builds. Planetary Sonji Min calibrates the scanners to collect useful data. 80%. Button. Planetary Sonji Min calibrates the scanners to cut through the wormhole interference and collect a small amount of data about the mysterious rock. It proves to be success. Jimin has only a few minutes before the asteroid is out of range, but in that time, she expertly calibrates the scanners to cut through the wormhole interference and collect a small amount of data about the mysterious rock. It proves to be saturated with wormhole radiation, as if it has been in this space for a million years, perhaps even brought in by the Gadabuilders themselves. Continue. Link end. Main. Small terrestrial planet. Image. Mpingo is a blue-white supergiant. Much more massive than the Sun and much brighter. The Chiron project detected an extinct ecosystem. In this system, the Voyager is orbiting the wormhole back to Chiron base. Supergiant star. Mpingo. Asteroid belt. Mpingo asteroid belt A. Very hot. Travel. 40 fuel. Small terrestrial planet. Mpingo I. Very hot. Low gravity. Liquid detected. Travel. 35 fuel. Large gas giant. Mpingo 2. Very hot. High gravity. Hydrogen gas giant. Travel. 30 fuel. Medium terrestrial planet. Mpingo II. Very hot. Low gravity. Liquid detected. Travel. 30 fuel. Minor planet. Mpingo II. Very hot. Travel. 30 fuel. Minor planet. Mpingo 2618. Hot. Travel. 25 fuel. Small gas giant. Mpingo 3. Hot. High gravity. Volatile rich gas giant. Travel. 20 fuel. Medium terrestrial planet. Mpingo IV. Hot. High gravity. Helium atmosphere. Travel. 15 fuel. Small terrestrial planet. Mpingo V. Cold. Moderate gravity. Nitrogen atmosphere. Travel. 10 fuel. Small terrestrial planet. Mpingo 6. Cold. Low gravity. Carbon dioxide atmosphere. Travel. 5 fuel. In orbit. Gate. Mpingo gate. Return. Cancel.
And we are in a perfect position. The planets that have the most fuel requirements are farther away. The best strategy is to start off where the gate is and explore outward, keeping an ear out for how much fuel you have and making sure that you leave a little bit of extra fuel so that you don't stretch the boundaries of a safe voyage. Losing high-level crew members is certainly a way to end your journey. But it doesn't mean the game's over. You can simply try again, which is wonderful. But a good practice is to make sure you leave a little bit of fuel to get home. I think we're going to just start off just moving right away to the first planet and the long line of them. We might be able to reach all the planets depending on how many adventures we get into.
Travel. 5. Link. In orbit. Image. Gate. Image. Mpingo gate. Return. Link. Cancel. Link end. Reach. Mpingo gate. In orbit. Image. Travel. 5 fuel. Link. 60%. End. Main. Gauyan Gosian begins to suffer from nausea and finds it hard to concentrate. Medical scans confirm that she is suffering from an infection that explorers brought from Chiron base. It would not normally be serious, but in the enclosed, artificial environment of the Voyager S habitat ring, any infection is potentially deadly. Medic Health Porn treats her in the medbay. 80%. Medic Health Porn tries to treat her while isolating her to prevent the infection from spreading. 60%.
All right, we have our first problem. Illnesses are really problematic, and they do take a lot of effort to get rid of. Leveling up your medics is extremely important, but it's one of many things you have to do.
Crew. Image. Complementary. Drag percent at. Activate. Default. In the medbay. S habitat ring, any Voyager. Medic Health Porn treats her in the medbay. 80%. Medic Health Porn treats her in the medbay. Link.
We'll have our medic treat her.
Continue. Link end. Main. Success. Health. Quickly diagnoses and treats the illness. And Gauyan is back to normal within a few days. Continue.
Excellent.
Link not found. Crew. Continue. Link end. Main. Leave orbit. Ellipsis. Link end. Main. The Voyager enters orbit of Mpingo 6. A small, cold, ice planet with low gravity and a thick carbon dioxide atmosphere. It has a somewhat land-eccentric orbit and is surrounded by a ring of small bodies. Landing would cost fuel to leave orbit. Ellipsis.
All right, very low fuel cost requirements. This is good. So let's go ahead and land.
Link not found. Ring. Link. Land-eccentric. Link. Mpingo 6. The Voyager touches down on Mpingo 6. Song Ji-min studies the planet's composition and finds traces of a large planetoid that collided with it during the star system's formation, pushing it into its current eccentric orbit. Continue. Link end. Main. Take off and leave orbit. Ellipsis. Link end. Main. The Voyager rests on the surface of Mpingo 6. A small link not found. Take off ring. Link. S-ring system turns out to be the Voyager returns to orbit. Mpingo 6. S-ring system turns out to be the remains of the moon that came too close to its parent and broke up. Continue. Link end. Main. Fuel. Link. Image. The Voyager S collision avoidance system fills with warnings. Mpingo 6 is passing through one of the Mpingo system's dense asteroid regions, and the planet S orbit will soon be filled with deadly space rocks. The explorers take the Voyager into Mpingo 6's dense atmosphere to shelter from the meteors. 2 fuel. 70%. Pilot Yamato Linden flies through the heart of the meteor storm so that the Voyager can collect data. 2 fuel. 60%. The explorers move the Voyager to a safe distance. 5 fuel. 50%. 883.
All right, we have a little bit of a problem, but we're going to take the highest percentage to be on the safe side.
Explore image. S dense atmosphere. S orbit will soon be planet. S 70%. But pilot Yamato Linden fly 70%. S dense atmosphere to shelter from 70%. Button. Pilot Yamato Linden flies through the heart of 70%. Button. S dense atmosphere to shelter from the meteors. S orbit will soon be filled with deadly S dense atmosphere to shelter from the meteors. Link. Swipe up or down, but atmospheric interference means the sensors provide no warning when a large meteor makes it far enough into the atmosphere to failure. The Voyager descends until Mpingo 6. S thick atmosphere hides the approaching meteors from view. The explorers believe they are safe. But atmospheric interference means the sensors provide no warning when a large meteor makes it far enough into the atmosphere to strike the ship. Continue. Link
Unfortunately,
end. Leave orbit.
we took a little damage.
Link end. Main. The Voyager is in orbit of Mpingo 6. A small, cold, ice planet with low gravity and a thick carbon dioxide atmosphere. Its eccentric orbit is the result of a massive collision with another body in the distant past. A large moon wandered too close to the planet within the last few thousand years. Link not found.
That's it for this one. Unfortunately, we had a little bad luck.
Link not found. To form a spectacular ring, leave orbit. Ellipsis. Link end. Main. Asteroid
Gonna
belt.
go ahead and
Image.
try the next
Mpingo
planet?
is a blue-white. Cancel. Link end. Travel. Mpingo gate. Return. Visited. Carbon dioxide. Low gravity. Cold. Image. Mpingo 6. Small terrestrial. In orbit. Travel. 5 fuel. Link.
Go to planet number
Period.
2.
The Voyager enters orbit of Mpingo V. A small, cold, ice planet with moderate gravity and a thin nitrogen atmosphere. It is surrounded by a ring of small bodies. Its surface is land. Unstable. Landing would cost fuel. 4. Leave orbit. Ellipsis. Land unstable. Link. Is moments from touching down when its damaged landing engine cuts out and it drops like a stone for the last few meters. The impact is not severe enough to cause further damage to the ship, but the Voyager is moments from touching down when its damaged landing engine cuts out and it drops like a stone for the last few meters. The impact is not severe enough to cause further damage to the ship, but Yamato Linden is thrown across the cabin. Continue.
So once your ship starts suffering damage, you start also getting injuries and problems. Maybe your food replicators will start going bad. Your engines will drop out as you just witnessed. So it becomes problematic. Damage to your ship is one of the most difficult and challenging aspects of adventuring in deep space. We'll do the best we can, but once your injuries start to mount up, it's a good time to go back home and lick your wounds and let your crew members rest. You don't want to lose anybody because you're pushing too hard. You need to control your ambition. Just like in life, do what you can do, but don't push beyond what's reasonable. So we will return home if we need to.
Continue. Link end. Main. Continue. Link end. Main. The Voyager touches down on Mpingo V. Seismic experiments determine that Mpingo V has a hot, molten core, whose heat powers the crust's tectonic activity. Continue. Link not found. Crew. Image. Continue. Link end. Main. Planetary. Link. Image. Mpingo V. S unstable surface shifts, and Olga Antonova vanishes into a newly opened fissure. She eventually stops, moving tens of meters down, wedged precariously between icy walls. For the moment, she is unharmed, but she does not know if she can safely climb back up. Planetary Song Ji-min finds an alternative route to rescue Olga. 60%. The other explorers lower road. 50%.
It's a little tough, but we'll try to 60.
Drag percent at. Icy. Planetary Song Ji-min finds an alternative. 60%. Planetary Song Ji-min finds an alternative route. Will be back. Treks to the point where the climb down will be easiest. Attaches a safety rope to the ground and descends. Soon. Success. Ji-min has already made some conclusions about how fissures form on Mpingo V, and knows that a direct descent will not be the safest way to reach Olga. She reassures the frightened Olga that she will be back. Treks to the point where the climb down will be easiest. Attaches a safety rope to the ground and descends. Soon, she has reached Olga. And the two of them are ascending unharmed to the surface. Continue.
What a hero. Amazing.
Continue. Link end. Main. Take off and leave orbit. Ellipsis. Link end. Main. The. Cold. Take off ring. Link. Of small bodies. Take off ring. Link. The ring system is composed of millions of. The Voyager returns to orbit. The ring system is composed of millions of asteroids that have been captured by Mpingo V's gravity since the planet formed. Health porn is now level 3. Continue.
All right, that's what we are looking for. Leveling up our crew members is absolutely the wonderful part of this game. It makes me feel tingly and wonderful all over. It feels great. I love it.
Continue. Link end. Main. Leave orbit. Ellipsis. Link end. Main. The Voyager is in orbit of Mpingo V. A small, cold, ice planet. Link not found. Link not found. It has a large. Link not found. Leave orbit. Ellipsis.
And we are
Link
done
end.
with
Main.
Planet 2.
Supergiant star. Image. Mpingo is a blue-white supergiant. Cancel. Link end. Travel. Mpingo gate. Travel. Visited. Carbon dioxide. Low gravity. Cold. Mpingo 6. Small terrestrial. Return. Link. Visited. Nitrogen atmosphere. Moderate gravity. Cold. Mpingo V. Small terrestrial. In orbit. Image. Travel. 5 fuel. Link.
All right, we're going to Planet
Parts
3.
of its surface are covered in what appear to be the Voyager enters orbit of Mpingo IV, a medium-sized, hot, rocky planet with high gravity and a crushingly dense helium atmosphere. Its surface is land unstable. Parts of its surface are covered in what appear to be land structures. Landing would cost fuel 6. Leave orbit. Ellipsis.
Whenever you hear the word land structures, that term, that's a potential opportunity for xenology and biology discovery, so that's really good news. You also could find remains of biological life forms, which could lead you to discovering master races, even the gate builders themselves. Important information regarding them. It's really important to pay attention to things that sound like technology.
Land structures. Link.
We'll go ahead and try that first.
Is moments from touching down when its damaged landing engine cuts out and it drops like a stone for the last few meters. The impact is not severe enough to cause further damage to the ship, but the Voyager is moments from touching down when its damaged landing engine cuts out and it drops like a stone for the last few meters. The impact is not severe enough to cause further damage to the ship, but health porn is thrown across the cabin. Continue.
Now, what's going on here is that every time we try to land on the planet, our landing gear in our retropropulsion system, if I'm not a scientist and not an astronaut, but so I'm going to just use terms that I understand, you're going to start having trouble as your systems begin to be a little wonky. So what's happening is that different crew members are being injured, and that's when it's important to use your crew tab at the bottom of the current menu that you're reading. So there's the title, that's the top, and in the bottom section, you're going to find crew members, their health. You're going to find out what has ailed them. You'll also find out how much fuel you have left. So you need to be careful that crew members don't sustain more than 2 injuries. Once a crew member sustains 3 injuries of the same type, they usually die. And that's not good, especially after you've spent hours leveling up a very important, awesome crew member. So we're going to take a quick peek and see how many injuries we're sustaining.
Period. Continue. Link end. Main. Crew. Image. 5. Crew. Image. Complementary. Landmark. Crew. Image. 5/5. Pilot. Image. 2. Yamato Linden. Injured. Image. Medic. Image. 3. Health porn. Injured. Image. Engineer. Image. 4. Olga Antonova. Planetary scientist. 2. Song Ji-min. Biologist. Image. 4. Gaoyan Gosian. Inspired. Image. Fuel. Image. 74.
We didn't bring any xenologists actually, so looks like we were doing a leveling run.
Main. Button. Continue. Link end. Main. Continue. Link end. Main. The Voyager S engine strained to set the ship down safely under Mpingo IV S high gravity. The formations that appeared like structures from orbit turn out to be unusually regular geological formations. Continue.
Okay, we didn't find any alien artifacts.
Crew. Image. Explore image. Continue. Drag percent at. Activate. Period. Continue. Link end. Main. Engineer. Link. Image. On the way back to the Voyager. Gaussian Gaussian, begins to lag behind the rest of the group, and her breathing becomes labored. The planet's high gravity is taking its toll, and she is suffering from exhaustion. Engineer Olga Antonova adjusts Gaussian's suit joints to let the suit take more of her weight. 70%. Medic Health Porn treats Gaussian with drugs that will reinforce her muscles. 35%. The other explorers drag Gaussian back to the Voyager. 50%. The explorers walk back to the Voyager. 30%. Explore image. Suffering from is. Suffer. Engineer. 70%. Button. Engineer. Link. Image. With a limited range of movement, but supports. Success. The explorers pause while Olga adjusts Gaussian's suit to take more of her weight. The adjustments leave Gaussian with a limited range of movement, but supports her for long enough for the explorers to get back to the Voyager. Continue. Continue. Link end. Main. Take off and leave orbit. Ellipsis. Link end. Main. The crew. Image. 5. Crew. Take. Period. Unstable. Link. On its surface. Its surface. Regular features. On its. Unstable. Link. Period. Unstable. Link. In its crust, seismic experiments determine that Mpingo IV's geological instability is due to heat generated by the intense radioactivity in its crust. Song Jimin is now level 3. Continue.
Yay, we have another level up. Great.
Continue. Link end. Main. Health porn. Link. A warning sound blares in. Song Jimin's helmet. Her suit seals are failing under the crushing pressure of Mpingo IV's atmosphere. Engineer Olga Antonova attempts to repair the suit in the field. 70%. Medic Health Porn tries to keep Jimin alive until the explorers get her back to the Voyager. 35%. The other explorers try to reinforce Jimin's suit by transferring atmosphere from their own. 50%. The explorers hurry Jimin back to the Voyager. 30%. Tries to keep. Link. 35%. Try. 7. S atmosphere. Mpingo IV. Engineer Olga Antonova. 70%. Engineer Olga Antonova attempts to repair. Continue. Link end. Main. Success. Olga examines the faulty seals and manages to repair them before the damage becomes too severe. Continue.
Excellent.
Link not found. Examines the fault. Continue. Link end. Main. Take off and leave orbit. Ellipsis. Link end. Main. The Voyager rests on the surface of. Link not found. Period. Unstable. In the crust generates heat that makes the surface unstable. Period. Take off and leave orbit. Ellipsis.
And I think we're done with Planet 3.
Mpingo asteroid belt A. Mpingo is A. Blue. Travel. 15. Mpingo gate. Gate. Image. Travel. Visited. Carbon dioxide. Low gravity. Cold. Mpingo 6. Small terrestrial. Travel. Visited. Nitrogen atmosphere. Moderate gravity. Cold. Mpingo V. Small terrestrial. Return. Visited. Helium atmosphere. High gravity. Hot. Image. Mpingo IV. Medium terrestrial. In orbit. Image.
All right, let's go to planet number 4.
Travel. 5 fuel. Link. Land. Link. Image. The Voyager enters orbit of Mpingo 3. A small, hot, volatile rich gas giant. It has a somewhat land-eccentric orbit and is surrounded by a ring of small bodies. Land descending into the atmosphere would cost fuel 6. Leave orbit. Ellipsis. Orbit and is surrounded by a land-eccentric link.
And we're probably going to have another landing disaster, but it's the only way to discover things.
Period. The Voyager is descending into the gas giant's atmosphere when its damaged landing engine cuts out and it drops like a stone. Yamato Linden eventually manages to restore power to the engine, but must accelerate hard to put the ship back on a safe course. And Song Jimin is thrown across the cabin. Continue.
And there's our injury.
Continue. Link end. Main. Continue. Link end. Main. The Voyager descends into Mpingo 3's atmosphere. The planet's composition does not match the rest of the system, suggesting that it is an interstellar rogue planet, captured by the star's gravity. Continue. Link not found. Captured by the continue. Link end. Main. Take off and leave orbit. Ellipsis. Link end. Main. The Voyager. Float. Crew. Image. Drag percent at. Activate. Take off and leave of small bodies. Take off ring. Drag percent at. Captured. Interstellar rogue planet. Captured by the stars. Take off ring. Link. Swipe up. That have been captured by the Voyager. Emerges from Mpingo 3's atmosphere. The ring system is composed of millions of asteroids that have been captured by Mpingo 3's gravity since the planet formed. Continue. Continue. Link end. Main. Into the atmosphere to gather data from the heart of the storm. Link. The Voyager is orbiting over the night side of Mpingo 3, but the surface below lights up with crackling spirals of energy. A freak electrical storm is occurring in the planet's atmosphere, and beautiful but potentially deadly energy discharges are arcing through its atmosphere. Pilot Yamato Linden flies the Voyager into the atmosphere to gather data from the heart of the storm. 2 fuel. 30%. Engineer Olga Antonova builds a remote probe to collect data from the storm. 90%. The explorers watch the light show. Atmosphere. Planet. But the surface below Mpingo 3, but the planet's atmosphere. Into the atmosphere. 30%. Engineer Olga Antonova build 90%. Engineer Olga Antonova builds a remote probe to collect data from this. Continue. Link end. Main. Success. Olga. S probe deorbits and enters the storm. The winds suck it deep into the atmosphere, where it transmits its findings back to the Voyager before it is inevitably destroyed. Continue. Link not found. Before it is inevitably. Continue. Link end. Main. Leave orbit. Ellipsis. Link end. Main. The Voyager is in orbit of Mpingo 3. A small, hot, volatile rich gas giant. It was an interstellar rogue planet, captured by the star's gravity. It is surrounded by a ring of captured asteroids. Leave orbit. Ellipsis. Period. Leave orbit. Ellipsis.
And that's it for this planet. Planet 4 done.
Fingo is A.
Let's
Blue
check our
Supergiant.
fuel.
Cancel. Link end. Crew. Image. 5/5. Pilot. Image. 2. Yamato Linden. Injured. Image. Medic. Image. 3. Health porn. Injured. Image. Engineer. Image. 4. Olga Antonova. Planetary scientist. Image. 3. Song Ji-min. Injured. Biologist. 4. Gaoyan Gosian. Inspired. Image. Fuel. Image. 57%. Hull integrity. Image. 2.
There's been so many new, clean improvements done to the user interface. The old way was that once you selected to look at crew members' individual statistics and injuries and information like their inspirations, you couldn't access the information about fuel and your ship's integrity. That's been fixed now, and so you now have the pop-up of your crew's status. And the wonderful part of this is that now at the bottom, you still can hear how much fuel, how many crew members are alive, and what the status of your ship is. It's great. The improvements are amazing. I really want to thank the developer, John Ayliff, for coming back to the game, doing development, doing streamlining and enhancement, making it accessible to the blind and visually impaired. John Ayliff is really a friend to the blind and visually impaired community. He's been making games for many years, and he's also very brilliant. Definitely follow him on Twitter. I do. But the work he does is outstanding, and I do personally thank him. And he makes it so that we get our easy grind on even easier every day. So I appreciate it.
Fingo 2. Travel. 15 fuel. Link.
All right, I think we're okay for fuel.
Visited. Image. Visited. Visited. Travel. 15. Gate. Travel. Crew. 5. 5. Pilot. 2. Yamato Linden. Met. 3. Engineer. 4. Olga. Planetary 3. Song Ji-min. Injured. 4. Gaoyan Gosian. Fuel. Image. 57.
All right, 57 fuel. 57 fuel means we can still get several more adventures in.
Fingo IIA. Medium to travel. 10 fuel. Hydrogen gas giant. Fingo I. Very hot. Low gravity. Liquid detected. Travel. 10. Minor planet. Fingo II. Very hot. Travel. 10. Minor planet. Fingo 2000. Hot. Image. Travel. 5. In orbit. Image.
We're really close to that water planet. Water planets tend to have life on it. So we're going to try to get closer to those planets with water. I think my microphone's a little low. I'm going to bring it up a little higher. I've been noticing my voice has been fluctuating on my microphone a little bit. Sometimes I get very animated, very excited about playing games, and sometimes my microphone sinks down a little bit on my shirt, and it gets muffled a bit.
Travel. 10. Link. Fingo V. Small terrestrial. Cold. Moderate gravity. Nitrogen visited. Travel. Moderate cold. Fingo V. Small terrestrial plant. Travel. 5 fuel. Visited. Image. Helium at high gravity. Hot. Image. Fingo IV. Medium terrestrial. Return. Link. Visited. Image. Volatile rich gas. High gravity. Hot. Image. Fingo 3. Small gas giant. In orbit. Image. Travel. 5 fuel. Link. Unusually dense. Link. The Voyager. Matches orbit with. Fingo 2618. A large. Hot. Rocky. Asteroid. It is. Land unusually dense. For a body of its size. What could be an artificial structure? Orbits the asteroid. Land. Landing. Would cost. Fuel. 0. Leave orbit. Ellipsis.
All right, we have another possibility of xenology. Unfortunately, we didn't bring any xenologists with us on this journey, so let's just hope that we don't miss any big discoveries. We're going to have to start making some serious commitments to a steady crew, and you're going to need also a backup crew so that you have people to replace valuable members of your crew. For instance, you need to always have a few pilots. It's really good to have a couple of medics. Having people like planetary science and biologists are equally important. And of course, you need to have xenologists to unravel some of the deeper mysteries in the game. A balanced crew is your best bet, but it's okay to specialize.
Fingo 2608. The main Voyager. Matches orbit with. Fingo 2000. Land unusually dense. Link.
And we're getting these injuries. I'm a little concerned about these injuries. They are mounting up.
For a body of its size, what could be an artificial structure? Link.
Let's check out the artificial structure. Landing is a problem right now.
For a artificial structure. Link.
We'll try to do these, and we're going to have to start cutting down on our exploration.
Unusually regular but otherwise natural and unremarkable. The orbiting structure is an asteroid. Unusually regular but otherwise natural and unremarkable. Continue. Continue. Link end.
Nothing
Main.
here.
Landing. The Voyager has matched orbit with Fingo 2618, a large, hot, rocky asteroid. An unusually regular asteroid orbits the asteroid. It is land unusually dense. For a body of its size, landing would cost fuel 0. Leave orbit. Ellipsis.
We're going to go ahead and skip exploring. It just doesn't seem to be anything here.
Hot. Land unusually dense. Link. Land. Link. Image. 1. Unusually dense. Link.
Oh, there's another thing. Unusually dense could be valuable. That's a different place.
Leave orbit. Ellipsis. Land unusually dense. Link.
That's could be good, but again, the injuries are mounting up. I don't know if it's really worth it. We'll try it. I just think we're getting so many injuries because of the ship damage.
Land. Link. Unusually dense. Leave orbit. Ellipsis.
We're going to leave orbit.
Link end. Asteroid belt. Image. Fingo. Fingo IV. Medium to travel. 5. Visited. Image. Volatile. High gravity. Hot. Image. Fingo 3. Small gas. Return. Link. Visited. Hot. Image. Fingo 2000. Travel. 5. Very hot. Image. Fingo II. Minor planet. Travel. 5. Liquid detected. Low gravity.
Oh,
image.
here's what we're looking for. The liquid detected.
Liquid detected. Travel. Minor planet. Fingo II. Very hot. Travel. 5. Very hot. Image. Travel. 5. Fuel. In orbit. Image. Travel. 5. Fuel.
Here we
Link.
go.
50%. Working together in the cramped confines of the Voyager. Isolated from the rest of the human race, the explorers necessarily form strong bonds. Now, amid the alien stars of the Fingo system, the bond between Song Ji-min and Gao Gosian begins blossoming into a romance. The Chiron project does not forbid relationships between crew members, but they both know that interpersonal drama could interfere with their duties. They try to make it work. 50%. They keep things professional.
So we have
Messages.
a love.
Now, Marissa Church.
We
Link. Page 1
have
of
a
1.
love
Topic 3.
affair. So with a love affair, we have to be really careful, because if the love affair falls apart, you will have a depressed crewmate. So my advice is, if you're feeling fortunate, you're feeling spiritually growing and growth-like, go for it. But if you're feeling like it's a little tricky, it's a little tough, maybe take a break from it. But for the most part, relationships are really great in this game. And I do like the dynamic. It's a really fun part of the game. It's a separate game within a game. I really like it. And it does provide you with extra inspiration for crew members. And who doesn't love romance, correct? Loving someone is really, truly one of the greatest things you can do. Within Beyond the Chiron Gate, it is a bit trepidatious at times. So be careful. A 50-50 chance isn't exactly a absolute possibility. It's risky. So we're going to avoid it for now.
Voyager. Isolated from the rest of the human race, they try to make it work. Link. 50%. They keep things professional. Link end. Main. Continue. Link end. Main. The mission comes first. Jimin and Gaoyan will be able to pursue a relationship once they are both back at Chiron base, but for now they mutually decide not to risk endangering their friendship, and possibly the mission, by trying to make it into more. Continue. Link not found. By trying to make. Continue. Link end. Main. Leave orbit. Ellipsis. Link end. Main. The Voyager matches orbit with Fingo II. A small, very hot, minor, rocky moon. It is land unusually dense. For a body of its size, landing would cost fuel 0. Leave orbit. Ellipsis. Period. 0. Fuel. Image. 0. Period. Leave orbit. Ellipse. Crew. Leave. 0. Fuel. Image. Would cost. Landing. Land. Image. For a body of its size. Land unusually dense. Link. For a body of it. Land unusually dense. Link.
All right, let's try landing again.
Yamato Linden. The Voyager is moments from touching down when its damaged landing engine cuts out and it drops like a stone for the last few meters. The impact is not severe enough to cause further damage to the ship, but Yamato Linden is thrown across the cabin. Continue.
Another injury. We might be at our limit.
Is. Continue. Link end.
Let's
Main.
find
Crew.
out.
5/5. Pilot. Image. 2. Yamato Linden. Injured. Image. Injured. Image.
2 injuries. One more and he dies, so we do have to leave, unfortunately. We did the best we could in this mission, but the early damage to our ship has proven to be the end of our journey. I have to make a smart decision as a captain, and the best plan is to return home and nurse her injuries.
Medic. 3. Link not found. Continue. Link end. Main.
And we're going to return
Old
home.
Antonova. The Voyager touches down on Mpingo. Aye. The planetoid shows signs of having melted under intense heat and resolidified. It seems that its orbit once took it very close to Mpingo. At which point all but the heaviest materials were stripped away. Olga Antonova is now level 5. Continue.
At least we got our engineer to level 5. That's amazing.
Continue. Link end. Main. Take off and leave orbit. Ellipsis. Link end. Main. Link not found. Period. Link not found. Take off and leave orbit. Ellipsis. Link not found. Link not found. Period. Take off and leave orbit. Ellipsis. Mpingo.
All right, it's time to
Mpingo
go home.
is
These injuries are getting to be too much.
visited. Image. Travel. Gate. Image. Mpingo Gate. Travel. 30 fuel. Link. The Voyager approaches the gate leading back to the Sol system. Leave orbit. Ellipsis. Leading back to the Sol system. Gate. Link. Voyager. Link. This wormhole tunnel is twisted and volatile. A gravitational storm threatens to tear the Voyager apart. Pilot Yamato Linden pilots the Voyager through the storm. 20%. Engineer Olga Antonova reinforces the Voyager S structure. 55%. The explorers ride out the storm.
At this point, when you're on your way home, you could probably take a few risks, but be careful. If somebody's very badly injured, you need to be really careful that you don't accidentally kill them by taking these risks. My plan is just not to lose anybody valuable right now, so we're just going to avoid any unnecessary risk.
Through the storm. Link. Engineer Olga Antonova reinforces. Engineer. Link. 55%. The explorers ride out the storm. Crew. Image. 5. Crew. Image. The explorers ride out the storm. Link end. Main. Continue. Link end. Main. The explorers cower in the safest part of the ship while the storm tosses the Voyager to and fro. At last the wormhole spits it out into normal space and the explorers emerge to take stock of the damage. Continue. Link not found. Period. Continue. Link end. Main. Voyager. Yamato Linden. Health Porn. And Song Ji-min report to Chiron Base's hospital wing to deal with the consequences of the mission. Stanislaw Kozlowski has fully recovered and is available for the next mission. The Voyager orbits within Chiron Base, a cluster of space habitats orbiting the
All right, let's go ahead and get some more crew members. We have 3 people that are injured. That's fine. They will be okay. They are just going to heal up in the hospital, so we're going to go ahead and replace them. We're going to do another couple of training missions and get some more crew members leveled. And then we'll start taking on, and maybe the next part, we'll take on more of the home worlds of the more advanced planet, interstellar species. So I think this part, we're mostly going to work on leveling as many crew members as possible. And I think it's going to be exciting once we start going to some of the home worlds. And I'll make sure that I write inside of the easy grind exactly what we're doing in each episode. I don't number the parts, but I try to make sure you all know kind of what I'm doing. So if you are following along, which I much appreciate, you'll be able to know what I'm working on.
crew quarters. Link.
Of course, if you want to be really easy grind, you can just shuffle and watch all kinds of episodes in all kinds of order.
R&D lab. Link.
All right, let's go for the crew quarters.
Memorial. Link. R&D. Link not found. R&D lab. Crew quarters.
Let's go to
Link.
crew quarters.
An experienced courier ship pilot. Form controls. Links. Headings.
I usually switch to headings. It's a little easier to navigate in the crew quarters with headings.
Crew quarters. Heading left. Hopeful interstellar explorer. Pilot. Image. Stanislaw Kozlowski.
Oh, let's get some more xenologists.
Recruitment. Heading. Add. Button. Inspired. Inspired. Plus 5%. XP. 30. Slash. 9. Left paren. 3%. Level. 15. Plus. Percent. 20. Plus. Total skill. Won a major prize for her work in theoretical xenology. Edit. Button.
Okay, we have a xenologist here.
Right paren. Her. Slash. She. Left paren. Hilja Hinsu.
Hilja, what can I get you?
Left paren. She. Slash. Her. Right paren. Edit. Won a major prize for her total skill. Plus. 20%. Plus. 15%. Level. 3. Left paren. 9. Slash. 30. XP. Plus 5%. Inspired. Add. Button.
We'll add her.
Recruitment. Heading. While the Chiron project has captured. Recruit. Remove. But. Inspired. Inspired. Plus 5. XP. 30. Slash. 9.
We should probably get a pilot.
Crew quarters. Heading level 1. Hopeful pilot. Stanislaw Kozlov. Left paren. He. Slash. Him. Right paren. Edit. But. An experienced. Total skill. Plus. 20%. Plus. 20%. Level. 4. Left paren. 1. Slash. 40. XP. Add. Button.
And
Remove.
we have our pilot.
Medic. Image.
Let's get our medic.
Alexandra left paren, they, slash, them, right paren, edit, but, serve the ship's total skill, plus, 10%, plus, 10%, level, 2, left paren, 3, slash, 20, XP, add, button.
All right, I think we're
Pilot,
full.
links, confirm, 5/5 selected.
Yep,
link
we
end,
are
main.
full. Let's go ahead and get
Main,
back out there.
navigation, landmark, the, Voyager, orbits within Chiron Gate, crew quarters,
Let's
link,
check our R&D.
R&D lab, link. Rest in the
See
cradle
if
of Chiron
there's
Base's zero
anything
gravity shipyard, while remote drones and
awesome.
spacesuited engineers perform. Done. Link end. Crew. Image. 5/5. Pilot. 4. Stenist. Medic. 2. Medic. Image. 2. Engine. 5. Olga and biology. 4. Gauian Go. Inspired. Image. Xenologist. 3. Hiljaheen Su. Inspired. Fuel. 100%. Hull integrity. 3/3. Planetary science. 205. Biology. Image. 30. Xenology, emit 100, and
All
complementary.
right, we can work on a little planetary sensors.
Form controls, links, headings. System scanners, heading level 2, basic scanners, the Chiron projects, installed. Atmosphere scanner, advanced spectrum, installed. Temperature scanner, thermal imaging could reveal the, installed. Gravity scanner, sensitive mass detection could, installed. Liquid scanner, detailed radar mod, installed. Life sign analysis, sophisticated AI mod, installed. Organic remnant, improvements in the life, biology, 100. Install. Intelligent detailed, xenology, 100. Install. Requires. Gate civilization detector. Archaeological, fine-tuning of the, xenology, 100. Install. Requires. Intelligent life, technological anomaly detection, heading not found.
Okay, I think we've already unlocked all scanners, so let's see if there's any other specialized things we can learn.
System scanners, gate scanners, heading level 2. Planet detector, image, analysis of gravitation, installed. Hazard analysis, drag % add. Edit. Actions, characters, words. Increasing the sense, lines. Text selection, word selection, lines, words, characters, edit. Vertical navigation, form controls, links. Link not found, done. New line, selected, headings. System scanners, basic scanners, drag % add. Explore image.
No, that's it.
The gate network appears to monitor the xenology image.
We're
Swipe up or down to select a
still-
custom action, then double tap to act.
We still need to gain as much knowledge as possible, so we're just going to make that really important. We have maybe 4 more training missions left before we have to take on the home worlds, and we need to save 1 more mission left to take on the final world, and there is no return from there. If you're not successful, you just lose. But that's fine. It's a fun game. And the thing about Beyond the Chiron Gate is that the stakes are high. You really are feeling totally immersed in the whole game. A lot of games, they do hold your hand quite a bit when you explore. But in Beyond the Chiron Gate, you really feel empowered to do your exploration. You really feel justified in all the decisions you've made because you've made all the decisions. No one's made them for you. You go out there and you make the decisions and you reap the rewards of your ambition. Just like in your real life, the choices you make are yours, and only you truly are responsible for those choices. And that is the parallel part of Beyond the Chiron Gate that makes it so extraordinary.
Drag % add. Edit. Vertical form controls, links, done. Link end.
All right,
Main.
there's no research. Let's go ahead and get back
Main.
out there.
Navigation. Landmark. Crew quarters. Link. R&D lab. Link. Memorial. Link. Chiron Gate. Link. Travel. Link. The Chiron Gate can be used 9 more times before it collapses. It can take the Voyager to the following systems: Hypergiant star, Timir, blue-white, Hypergiant, 12 stellar flares. Travel. Main sequence star, B2, white. Main sequence 5 nebula, dense asteroids. Stellar flares. Travel. Dwarf star, Ashlisha, red. Dwarf 9 dense asteroids. Travel. Neutron star, Sagarmatha, neutron star 7. Travel. Black hole, Arcad, black hole 8 nebula. Life detected. Travel. Alien home systems. Due to the gate's instability, the Voyager can only visit each civilization's home system once. Giant star, Replicator's home system, yellow, giant, 8 stellar flares, nebula, life detected, organic remains detected. Travel. Pulsar, Space Dweller's home system, pulsar, 13 stellar flares, organic remains detected. Travel. Main sequence star, Watcher's home system, white. Main sequence 10 stellar flares, life detected. Travel. Cancel.
I did notice that one of our warm-up planets is a planet that has life. So that's a good planet for us to check out. One of the folks that you want to bring when you have new life are biologists, xenologists, and planetary scientists. They're really good at dealing with new life forms. So we're going to go to that planet.
Dwarf. 9. Dense asteroid. Travel. Link. Neutron star. Sagarmatha. Neutron star. 7. Travel. Link. Black hole. Image. Arcad. Black hole. 8. Nebula. Image. Life detected. Image. Travel. Link.
Here we're going here. Let's go.
50%. An object drifts across the Voyager's path through the wormhole. It is barely visible in the crackling maelstrom, but the scanners manage to resolve it as a solid chunk of rock, a piece of the normal universe somehow intruding into this strange space. Engineer Olga Antonova quickly builds a remote probe to intercept the asteroid before it is out of reach. 75%. Pilot Stanislaw Kozlowski tries to match velocity with the asteroid so that the explorers can study it up close. 50%. The explorers ignore the asteroid.
This is risky. If we take injury to the ship, we could lose lots of opportunities. But it's always worth it to try to gain as much knowledge as possible.
The explorers ignore the asteroid. Link end. Pilot Stanislaw Kozlowski tries. Engineer Olga Antonova. 75%. Engineer Olga Antonova quickly builds a remote probe to should. The probe's shielding protects it from the wormhole environment, but its propulsion system is not powerful enough to overcome the spatial warping. Gravitational currents throw the probe back at the failure. Olga must hurry to put together a probe before the asteroid is out of range, and does not have time to run as many checks as she should. The probe's shielding protects it from the wormhole environment, but its propulsion system is not powerful enough to overcome the spatial warping. Gravitational currents throw the probe back at the Voyager, and it damages the hull, before vanishing into the vortex to become another lost object endlessly circling the wormhole network. Continue.
Unfortunately, we took hull damage. That's not great.
Continue. Link end. Main. Small terrestrial planet. Image. Arcad is a binary system consisting of a black hole, much more massive than the sun, and a red dwarf. The system is inside a thick nebula. The Chiron project detected life in the system. The Voyager is orbiting the wormhole back to Chiron base. Black hole. Arcad alpha. Nebula. Dwarf star. Arcad beta. In orbit. Gate. Arcad gate. Return. Small terrestrial planet. Arcad I. Cold. Low gravity. Nitrogen atmosphere. Liquid detected. Travel. 5 fuel. Minor planet. Arcad 7601. Very cold. Travel. 10 fuel. Small gas giant. Arcad 2. Very cold. High gravity. Hydrogen gas giant. Travel. 15 fuel. Medium gas giant. Arcad 3. Very cold. High gravity. Volatile rich gas giant. Travel. 20 fuel. Medium gas giant. Arcad IV. Very cold. High gravity. Hydrogen gas giant. Life detected. Travel. 25 fuel. Small terrestrial planet. Arcad Eva. Very cold. Moderate gravity. Liquid detected. Travel. 25 fuel. Minor planet. Arcad IVB. Very cold. Travel. 25 fuel. Small gas giant. Arcad V. Very cold. High gravity. Hydrogen gas giant. Travel. 30 fuel. Cancel.
Because we have a hull damage, we're going to make this a very short mission. This is where your planetary sensors come in very handy. You want to identify planets with life, explore them, and get out as soon as you can before your injuries mount up. So now we're going to go look for planets that have Pacific life. We are going to be using a lot more fuel that way, because you use a lot less fuel when you hop from planet to planet in a row. If you skip hopping and make bigger jumps, it's going to cost you a lot of fuel. But when you have damage to your ship, it's best to get in and out quickly.
Hydrogen gas giant. Travel. 15 fuel. Link. High gravity. Very cold. Arcad 2. Small gas giant. Travel. Very cold. Arcad 7. Minor planet. Travel. 5. Liquid detected. Nitrogen atmosphere. Low gravity. Cold. Arcad I. Small terrestrial. Return. Arcad gate. Gate. Image. In orbit. Arcad beta. Dwarf star. Nebula. Image. Arcad alpha. Nebula. Dwarf star. Arcad beta. In orbit. Image. Gate. Image. In orbit. Arcad beta. Dwarf star. In orbit. Gate. Arcad gate. Return. Link. Small terrestrial planet. Image. Arcad I. Cold. Image. Low gravity. Image. Nitrogen atmosphere. Liquid detected. Image. Travel. 5 fuel. Link. 75%. End. Main. The navigation system flashes an ominous warning. The Voyager was previously in a stable orbit of Arcad I, but the black hole, Arcad Alpha, has won the orbital tug of war and the Voyager is now spiraling inwards. The explorers must act quickly to prevent the ship from being pulled too close to escape. Pilot Stanislaw Kozlowski uses a slingshot maneuver to put the Voyager back into a stable orbit. 5 fuel. 70%. Engineer Olga Antonova overloads the engine to overcome the black hole's gravity. 10 fuel. 75%.
All right, 2 risky strategies. One costs more fuel than the other. It's really up to you which one you want to employ.
Link not found. Engineer Olga Antonova overloads the engine to 70. Pilot Stanislaw Kozlowski uses a slingshot maneuver to put the Voyager back. 70%. Button.
I will take the higher percentage.
Engineer Olga Antonova overloads the engine. 75%. Engineer Olga Antonova overloads the engine to continue. Link end. Main. Failure. Olga disables the propulsion system safeties and uses every engineering trick she knows to push fuel through the engine. The Voyager fights against the black hole's grasp. but the acceleration required to break free is simply beyond what its engines can provide. It eventually makes it into a safer orbit, but the engine has taken severe damage. Continue.
Unfortunately, we've just had unfortunate incidents.
Link not found. Period. Continue. Link end. Main. Leave orbit. Ellipsis. Link end. Main. The Voyager enters orbit of Arcab I. A small, cold, ice planet with low gravity and a thick nitrogen atmosphere. It orbits very close to Arcab Alpha and is tidally locked, always keeping the same face to its parent. Oceans of land methane and ethane cover parts of its surface. A dusting of land sulfur compounds covers its land surface. Landing would cost fuel to leave orbit. Ellipsis. Land sulfur. Link.
We can't take a chance of landing. We will probably lose our ship, so we're going to leave and go home.
Compounds covers its land image. Explore image. Compounds covers its landing. Would cost. Fuel. Image. 2. Period. Leave orbit. Ellipsis. Link end. Dwarf star. Image. Arcab is a binary system consisting of much more massive than the sun and a red dwarf. Period. The system is inside of nebula. The Chiron life. In this the Voyager is in orbit of Arcab I. Period. Black hole. Image. Arcab nebula. Dwarf star. Arcab gate. Arcab gate. Travel. 5 fuel. Link. Swipe up. The Explorers. The Voyager's interplanetary drive is powered by a miniature nuclear reactor, and the damage that the interplanetary engine has sustained causes the shielding separating it from the rest of the ship to fail. The Explorers fix the problem, but not before. Olga Antonova receives a dangerous dose. Continue. Continue. Link end. Main. Leave orbit. Ellipsis. Leading back to the Soul's gate. Link. Voyager. An object drifts across the Voyager's path through the wormhole. It is barely visible in the crackling maelstrom, but the scanners manage to resolve it as a solid chunk of rock, a piece of the normal universe somehow intruding into this strange space. Engineer Olga Antonova quickly builds a remote probe to intercept the asteroid before it is out of reach. 65%. Pilot Stanislaw Kozlowski tries to match velocity with the asteroid so that the explorers can study it up close. 50%. The explorers ignore the asteroid. Path through the wormhole. It is barely visible in the crackling. Engineer Olga Antonova quickly builds. 65%. Pilot Stanislaw Kozlow. 50%. The explorers ignore the asteroid. Crew. Image. The explorers ignore the asteroid. Link. Memorial. Link. Medics take Olga Antonova to Chiron Basis Hospital to treat her radiation sickness. Gerhard Halst, Health Porn, and Song Ji-min have fully recovered and are available for the next mission. The Voyager orbits within Chiron.
Let's go ahead and replace Olga. Olga is going to go ahead and be treated for her radiation.
Chiron Gate. Link. Memorial. R&D Lab. Crew Quarters. Link.
Let's go get a replacement.
Crew Quarters. Hopeful Interstellar. Edit. But. An experienced. Total skill. Edit. Right paren. Him. Slash. Headings. Crew Quarters. Hopeful Interstellar X. Pilot. Image. Stanislaw Kozlov. Left paren. He. Slash. Him. Right paren. Edit. An experienced. Total skill. Plus. 20%. Plus. 20%. 4. Left paren. 1. Slash. 40. XP. Remove. But. Medic. Alexander. Left. They. Slash. Them. Right. Edit. Serve the ship's dot. Total skill. Plus. 10%. Plus. 10%. Level. 2. Left paren. 3. Slash. 20. XP. Remove. Button. Medic. Image. Health porn. Left paren. She. Slash. Her. Right paren. Edit. Help to design. Voyager. Met. Totals. Plus. 15%. Plus. 15%. Left. 3. Left paren. 6. Slash. 30. XP. Add. But. Medic. Image. Blahoslav. Left. They. Slash. Them. Right. Edit. Field medic. Totals. Plus. 15%. Plus. 15%. Level. 3. Left paren. 5. Slash. 30. XP. Add. But. Engineer. Image. Zach Jenkins. Left paren. She. Slash. Her. Right paren. Edit. Help to design the Voyager. Piloting. Total skill. Plus. 5%. Plus. 5%. Level. 1. Left paren. 7. Slash. 10. XP. Plus 5%. Inspired. Remove. Button. Inspired. Image. Plus 5%. XP. 40. Slash. 4. Left. 4%. 20. Plus. Percent. 25. Plus. Total skill. Published several. Edit. Right paren. Her. Slash. She. Left. Gaussian goes. Biologist. Add. Button. Inspired.
Oh, we could take an engineer or we could take another biologist. I'd rather take an engineer.
Plus 5. XP. 30. Slash. 2. Left paren. 3%. Level. 15. Plus. Percent. 20. Plus. Total skill. 1. A major. Edit. Button. Right paren. Him. Slash. He. Left paren. Boris Selenko. Planetary scientist. Image.
Or we could take a planetary scientist, which is also valuable.
Add. XP. Add. Button. XP. 30. Slash. 4. Left paren. 3%. Level. 15. Plus. Percent. 15. Plus. Total skill. Field researcher for the Earth Restore. Edit. Button. Right paren. Her. Slash. She. Left paren. Song Ji-min. Planetary scientist. Image.
Could take a planetary scientist, which is really... let's take a planetary scientist.
Song Ji-min. Left paren. She. Slash. Her. Right paren. Edit. Field research. Total skill. Plus. 15%. Plus. 15%. Level. 3. Left paren. 4. Slash. 30. XP. Add. Button. Remove.
All right.
Pilot. Stanislaw Kozlowski. Links. Confirm. 5/5 selected. Link end. Main. Navigation. Landmark.
We'll take on another planetary mission.
Crew quarters. Link. R&D lab. Link. Memorial. Link. Chiron Gate. Link. Travel. Link. The Chiron Gate can be used 8 more times before it collapses. It can take the Voyager to the following systems. Main sequence star, Sirma, blue. Main sequence 4, travel. Supergiant star, Talitha, red. Supergiant 9, nebula, stellar flares, life detected, travel. Hypergiant star, Algena, red. Hypergiant 10, stellar flares, travel. Neutron star, Alruba, neutron star 8, dense asteroids, stellar flares, travel. Giant star 2, Iran, yellow white, giant 7, life detected, travel. Alien home systems due to the gate's instability. The Hypergiant star image.
Since we have a xenologist that's not injured right now, I've decided that maybe it's better to intersperse our practice planets with our main goals, giving our xenologists a chance to recover from any injuries if they sustain them. I do believe we're going to go ahead and try one of the home worlds. Some of our crew members are not very high level, but I think they'll do fine. Let's see what happens.
Travel. Link.
And let's go ahead and change our easy grind music from My Noise.
App switcher. Beyond the Chiron Gate. My Noise. Active. My Noise. My Noises. Back. My Noises. Melodic droplets. 45%. Adjustable. Tuned. Swipe up or down with one finger to adjust the value. Button. Equalizer up. Button. My Noises. Back button. My Noises. White Noise and Company. White Noise and Company. White Noise and categories white. Search. Search field. Tranquil waves. 30%. Adjustable. Subbase. Swipe up or down with one finger to adjust the value. Button. Equalizer up. Button. Equalizer up. Equalizer up. Equalizer up. Equalizer up. Audio ducking. Volume. 90%. 85%. Speaking rate. Words. Characters. Vertical navigate. Headings. App switcher. My Noise. Beyond the Chiron Gate. Active. Beyond the Chiron Gate. Main. Button. Navigation. Landmark. Crew. Button. Ship. Button. Data. Button. Settings. Chiron base. The Chiron Gate can be used. Pulsar. 13. Stellar. Organic remains. Travel. Main sequence star. Watcher's home. White.
All right, let's choose a home world to go to.
Watcher's home system. Main sequence. Travel. Organic remains. Stellar flare. 13. Pulsar. Space dwellers. Pulsar. Image. Travel. Organic remains. Life detected. Nebula. Image. Stellar flares. 8. Giant. Yellow. Replicator's home. Giant star. Can only visit. Voyager. Can only. Giant star. Image.
We only get one shot at these worlds, so we have to be careful.
Replicator's home system. Yellow. Giant. 8. Stellar flares. Image. Nebula. Image. Life detected. Image.
I'm a little afraid to go here without an engineer. Maybe this is not the best plan. I think we should take one more practice planet.
Nebula. Stellar. 8. Giant.
Let's take one more practice planet and then we'll try those.
Yellow. Replicator's home. Giant star. Can only visit Voyager. Due to the alien home system. Travel. Life detect. 7. Giant.
Let's try this world.
7. Life detected. Travel. Link.
Maybe we'll get
55%. As
good
Voyager. Hurdles along the
knowledge.
wormhole tunnel. Gaussian Gaussian. Notices strange readings from the organic samples in the biolab. Medic Alexandra Furlong examines the explorers to make sure it is not affecting their biology. 60%. Biologist Gaussian Gaussian examines the samples to see what is happening. 55%. The explorers ignore the samples.
It's best to, right now, take it really slow. Let's not take any risk.
The explorers ignore the samples. Link end. Main. Small terrestrial planet. Image. Tuiran is a yellow-white giant. Somewhat more massive than the Sun and much brighter. The Chiron project detected life in this system. The Voyager is orbiting the wormhole back to Chiron base. Giant star. Tuiran. Small terrestrial planet. Tuiran I. Very hot. Moderate gravity. Travel. 28 fuel. Small terrestrial planet. Tuiran 2. Very hot. High gravity. Life detected. Travel. 24 fuel. Small terrestrial planet. Tuiran 3. Very hot. High gravity. Travel. 20 fuel. Medium terrestrial planet. Tuiran IV. Very hot. High gravity. Travel. 16 fuel. Small terrestrial planet. Tuiran V. Hot. Low gravity. Nitrogen atmosphere. Travel. 12 fuel. Small terrestrial planet. Tuiran 6. Hot. Low gravity. Carbon dioxide atmosphere. Travel. 8 fuel. Small gas giant. Tuiran 7. Cold. High gravity. Hydrogen gas giant. Travel. 4 fuel. In orbit. Gate. Tuiran Gate. Return. Cancel.
We're in a good position, and we're going to go exactly straight to the planet with life on it.
Is orbiting the wormhole back to Chiron base. Giant star. Tuiran. Small terrestrial. 2 and I. Very hot. Moderate gravity. Travel. 28. Small terrestrial. 2 and 2. Very hot. Image. High gravity. Life detected. Image. Travel. 24 fuel. Link.
Let's go to this one first.
30%. And. Main. Alexandra Furlong begins to suffer from nausea and finds it hard to concentrate. Medical scans confirm that they are suffering from an infection that explorers brought from Chiron Base. It would not normally be serious, but in the enclosed, artificial environment of the Voyager's habitat ring, any infection is potentially deadly. The explorers treat Alexandra using the automated medbay. 50%. The explorers isolate Alexandra to prevent the infection from spreading. 30%.
When you don't have a medic, you have to deal with a very low percentage of curing people from illnesses. You just have to rely on your automated systems.
The explorers isolate Alexandra to prevent the explorers treat Alexandra using the automated medbay. Link. 50%. The explorers treat Alexandra using the automated medbay. Continue. Link end. Main. Failure. Alexandra does not respond to the generic medicines in the ship's medbay. They continue to be sick. And the lack of quarantine procedure means that Stanislaw Kozlowski also catches it. Continue. Link not found. Period. Continue. Link end. Main. Landing. The Voyager enters orbit. 2 and 2. A small, very hot, rocky planet with high gravity. It is land unusually dense for a body of its size. A later land dust and land salt covers its surface. Parts of its surface are covered in what appear to be land structures. The Voyager scanners have detected signs of life on this planet. Landing would cost fuel. 6. Leave orbit. Ellipsis.
This has a lot of promise. And we're going to have to start cherry picking worlds that have life, because we're at the point that we really need to push the boundaries of xenology. We are running out of time.
Leave orbit. Ellipsis. Land structures. Link.
Let's go check out the land structures.
The structures that the Voyager's engines throw up clouds of dust as it touches down on. 2. The structures that the Voyager observed from orbit turn out to be cities inhabited by intelligent beings.
Amazing. Continue. We found intelligent life. This is amazing.
Continue. Link end. Main. Xenologist. Link. Image. A group of bipedal creatures approach the explorers. They are brandishing stone-tipped spears and look like they might attack at any moment. Xenologist Hiljahin Su attempts to defuse the situation. 70%. The explorers withdraw to the Voyager. 50%. Chat.
We have a better chance of communicating at this point.
And look like they might attack. They are brandished and look. Xenologist. 70%. Xenologist. Link. Image. Chat. Manages to convey through tone and body language that success, despite the differences between human and alien modes of expression. Hilja manages to convey through tone and body language that the explorers mean no harm. The aliens cautiously withdraw, perhaps to report back to their community. Continue.
All right, this means we're going to open up some communication with this alien species.
Continue. Link end. Main. Take off and leave orbit. Ellipsis. Link end. Main. The Voyager's landing gear is half buried in the dust that covers the surface of 2 and 2. A small, very hot, rocky planet with high gravity. It is unusually dense for a body of its size. A layer of salt covers its surface. The Voyager's scanners have detected signs of life on this planet. This planet is home to a civilization of bipedal creatures. They live in cities on the planet's surface. Take off and leave orbit. Ellipsis.
All right, let's go explore this planet.
Civilization. Link. Which do everything together. Talking to the explorers manage to make contact with the 2 and 2 civilization and decipher the rudiments of their language. They are bipedal herbivores who call themselves the Lagdash and call their planet Galagd. The civilization uses sophisticated tools made of natural materials and has had a substantial impact on its environment, analogous to humans during the Neolithic era. Hiljahin Su notices that the Lagdash always move and work in small groups, which do everything together. Talking to the Lagdash. Hiljahin Su realizes that Lagdash individuals talk about events in the distant past as if they personally experienced them. Continue. Continue. Link end. Main. The explorers. Link. The Lagdash structures make incredibly efficient use of space, to the extent that the explorers sometimes feel as if the buildings are larger on the inside than the outside. Hiljahin Su becomes fascinated by these structures and wonders if the design principles behind them could be adapted for human use. Xenologist Hiljahin Su tries to translate the alien design principles into human terms. 70%. The explorers log their findings and move on.
Now, this is a great opportunity to increase our crew capacity to 6. 70%, though, isn't a perfect opportunity, but it's a great opportunity, so let's try it.
The explorers log their finding. Crew. Image. Xenologist Hiljahin Su tries to translate becomes fascinated by Xenologist Hiljahin Su tries to translate the alien design prints. 70%. Xenologist Hiljahin Su tries to translate the suddenly makes sense. Success.
All right.
Architects enthusiastically take
Amazing.
Hilja on a tour of one of their finest buildings. Its internal layout is baffling and seems to defy the laws of geometry until something clicks in her mind, and its design principles suddenly make sense. When she returns to the Voyager, she is suddenly aware of all the wasted space in its crew quarters and jots down notes about how it could be rearranged. Living quarters redesign. The living quarters redesign. Upgrade can now be researched at Chiron Base. Continue.
Excellent.
Continue. Link end. Main. Take off and leave orbit. Ellipsis. Link end. Main. The Voyager's landing gear is half buried in the dust that covers the surface of Galagd. A small, very hot, rocky, planet with high gravity. It is unusually dense for a body of its size. A layer of salt covers its surface. The link not found. Remember events from the distant past. Link.
Let's continue to research the civilization.
Continue. Link end. Main. Gaussian Gaussian learns that Lagdash individuals are not single organisms, but incorporate, long-lived symbionts, which move to new bodies when they die, taking the old body's memories with them. Continue. Link not found. Which move to new. Continue. Link end. Main. Biologist. Link. Image. As soon as the Lagdash hear about the humans' medical technology, their healers beg for help with a disease that has been ravaging Galug's population. They seem to think that the explorers' advanced technology could cure the plague easily, and don't understand the potential difficulties of interspecies medicine. Biologist Gaussian Gaussian attempts to cure the plague. 75%. Medic Alexandra Furlan attempts to cure the plague. 55%. The explorers analyze plague samples using the Voyager S medbay. 30%. The explorers say they can't help. DI.
If you fail, you could anger them. Unfortunately, it's a thankless job to help others in this situation, but if you do help them, it could lead to great rewards, so we'll take a chance.
Drag percent at. Activate. S population. They seem to think that the biologist Gaussian Gaussian attempt 75%. Biologist Gaussian Gaussian attempts to were correct about the humans' more advanced technology being able to cure the plague. The success. The Lagdash provide Gaussian with all their research on the plague, and she collects samples of diseased and healthy tissue to study in the Voyager S lab. After days of work, she finds that the Lagdash were correct about the humans' more advanced technology being able to cure the plague. The Voyager S laboratory is able to find a weakness in the pathogen that the Lagdash S own healers could not, and its medical fabricator is able to synthesize a cure. Once the cure has been proven to work, Gaussian manages to find a way for the Lagdash to create more of it using only the materials they have on hand. The Lagdash are overjoyed and are happy to answer any further questions the explorers had about their civilization. Continue.
So we did good. Now there is an achievement that allows you to get a really cool achievement reward if you don't interfere with any species that are not spacefaring. I do believe the achievement is called the Prime Directive, a actual really cool throwback to Star Trek.
Link not found. Continue. Link end. Main. Continue. Link. Cellular. 4 of 4 bars. Signal strength. Take. Period. Small groups. Link. Very strong social bonds. Interviewing the Lagdash. Hiljahin Su learns that they have very strong social bonds, to the extent that they cannot bear to be apart from their social groups. Continue. Very strong social bond. Continue. Link end. Main. Have a bewildering variety of dialects, and have developed ingenious mental techniques to help them learn new languages quickly. Only a short time after the Voyager S arrival, many Lagdash individuals are speaking Pansolar fluently, while the explorers still struggle with the basics of the complex Lagdash language. Hiljahin Su learns that the Lagdash have a bewildering variety of dialects, and have developed ingenious mental techniques to help them learn new languages quickly. Xenologist Hiljahin Su tries to translate the Lagdash language, learning techniques into a form that humans can use. 70%. The explorers log their findings and move on.
Another opportunity to learn. Let's go for it.
Link not found.
It doesn't sound like we're going to create any problems if we fail.
Lagdash have a bewildering variety of Xenologist Hiljahin Su tries 70%. Xenologist Hiljahin Su tries to translate. Continue. Link end. Main. Failure. Lagdash. Language tutors attempt to teach Hilja their language learning technique, but the technique relies on peculiarities of Lagdash psychology and is too complex for the human brain to ever grasp. Even trying to understand it leaves Hilja shaken and confused. Continue.
Unfortunately, that's not good, which means she could be suffering from a little bit of a debuff.
Link not found. Period. Continue. Link end. Main. Going everywhere and doing everything in small groups. Their brains contain the Voyager S landing gear is half buried in the dust that covers the surface of takeoff and leave orbit. Ellipse. Salt. Link.
Let's check out the salt.
Microorganisms. Examining the salt. Gaussian Gaussian finds that it teems with living plus 6 biology, life, microorganisms that continually excrete salt as part of their life processes. Continue.
Very good.
Continue. Link end. Main. The explorers. Link. As the explorers made their way across Galug's surface, their suit displays begin to flash warning messages. The planet's fine dust is accumulating in the suit's machinery, and it will eventually cause their life support systems to malfunction. The explorers ignore the dust and return to the Voyager. 50%. The explorers stop to clean the dust from their suits. 30%.
Either one is really not going to do too well. We are probably going to have a couple of injuries, but we're making a very short trek.
The explorers ignore the dust and return to the Voyager. Link. To malfunction. The explorers ignore 50%. The explorers ignore the dust and return to the and failure. The explorers trek back towards the Voyager. Eventually the lights in their suits begin turning red, and their air becomes thin as the dust clogs up their suits' oxygen systems. By the time they get to the ship, Alexandra Furlan and Song Ji-min are both suffering from oxygen deprivation. Continue. Continue. Link end. Main. Cities. The Voyager S landing gear is half buried in the dust that covers the surface of Galug. Dust. Link. Link not found. Link not found. Unusually dense. Life. Link. Unusually dense. Link. S structure and composition are unexpected for a terrestrial planet, as well as being dense. Galug. S structure and composition are unexpected for a terrestrial planet. Song Ji-min eventually realizes that it was originally a gas giant, whose atmosphere was gradually stripped away until all that was left was a dense core. Continue. Continue. Link end. Main. The other explorers hurry. Link. Alexandra Furlong begins feeling uncomfortably hot inside their suit. A suit diagnostic reveals that the suit's cooling system is failing and can no longer fully compensate for the planet's oppressive temperature. The explorers link their suit's life support systems to share the load. 50%. The other explorers hurry Alexandra back to the Voyager. 30%.
And this is the problem without an engineer.
The other explorers hurry Alexandra. 30%. The explorers link not found. 50%. The explorers link their suit's life. 50%. The explorers link their suit's life as oppressive heat. By the time the explorers make it back to the failure, the other explorers' suits take some of the load from Alexandra's cooling system. But even multiple suits working together cannot counteract the planet as oppressive heat. By the time the explorers make it back to the Voyager, Alexandra and Gauyan Gosian are both suffering from heat stroke. Biologist Gauyan Gosian looks for ways to improve the suits using alien biology. 45%. Continue.
Now this is another risk. We could improve our suits, but injuries could kill someone. We're going to take a chance because we need some improvement in our suits.
Link not found. Biologist Gauyan Gosian looks 45%. Biologist Gauyan Gosian
Let's
looks for
hope
ways to
we
improve
get
the
it.
suits using the new organic system only takes a small amount of strain off of the suit's conventional cooling system, but it is a proof of concept that the Chiron Project's lab could improve
All
upon.
right.
Success. Millions of years of evolution on hot planets has given Galug S microorganisms better ways of surviving heat than the Chiron Project scientists could invent. Gauyan introduces some modified alien microorganisms to her suit's cooling system and activates them on the surface of Galug. The new organic system only takes a small amount of strain off of the suit's conventional cooling system, but it is a proof of concept that the Chiron Project's lab could improve upon. Enhanced suit cooling. The enhanced suit cooling upgrade can now be researched at Chiron Base. Continue.
That's going to really help us when it comes to heat. That will give us an automatic increase in an opportunity to survive any heat incidents or malfunctions of our suits. We've got two possible cool new things to research. So we've unlocked the living quarters research, and we've unlocked the cooling suit research. So that's really great. This is looking really good for our big time missions when we take on the home worlds. So I think getting as much research in as possible is important. I think our crew members are also still a little bit new. So I think we're going to continue to grow them a little bit.
Continue. Link end. Main. Take off and leave orbit. Ellipsis.
Let's
Link
check
end.
our
Main.
injuries.
The crew. Image. Complement. Crew. 5/5. Pilot. Image. 4. Stanislaw Kozlowski. Terrestrial infection. Medic. Image. 2. Alexandra Furlong. Injured. Image. Injured. Image. Terrestrial infection. Planetary scientist. 3. Song Ji-min. Injured. Image. Biologist. 4. Gauyan Gosian. Injured. Image. Inspired. Image. Xenologist. 3. Hyljin Su. Fuel. Image. 70.
All right, we have one person with 2 injuries. I'm afraid it's not worth it for us to lose them. It's too much work and takes too many opportunities to retrain a totally new crew member. But if you're not afraid of that, then push your people to the limits. But be aware, losing people who have gained levels is a little counterproductive. So we're going to go home. We've done enough. We've discovered new things. We've got new technology to definitely learn.
165. Xenology. 91. Biology. 210. 91. Xenology. Image. 165. And
Pretty
complementary.
good. New xenology. Our xenology's gone up by a lot.
9. Biol. 210. Planetary. 3. / Take off and leave orbit. Ellipsis. Link end. 2 Iran. Is. A. Screen recording in progress. 9:32 a.m. Button. Travel. 24. Cancel. Link end. Make. Cancel. Link end. Crew. Image. Complementary.
All right,
Landmark.
we're going to go back home.
Galug. Very hot. Galug. Small terrestrial planet. Cancel. Link. Travel. 24. 2 Chiron Gate. Travel. 24 fuel. Link. Leading back to the Sol system. The Voyager approaches the gate. Link. Song Ji-min. Link. Just visible through the flickering wormhole light is a dark lattice, as if an immense artificial structure is holding this part of the tunnel in shade. Planetary Song Ji-min studies how the lattice interacts with the wormhole vortex. 55%. Xenologist Hyljin Su reconfigures the scanners to study the lattice's construction. 65%. Pilot Stanislaw Kozlowski tries to move the Voyager closer in order to get better readings. 45%. The explorers ignore the structure.
There's a possibility here. We could take a chance. We could get a little damage to our ship, but our ship's not that badly damaged, so we're going to take that 65% chance.
Just visible through the flickering. Link not found. Planetary Sonjimins, 55%. Xenologist Hilja, 65%. Xenologist Hiljahimsu reconfigures, does not manage to learn anything besides the plain fact of the lattice's existence. Failure. Although the Voyager scanners cannot determine what the lattice is made of. Hilja hopes that she can adjust them to resolve finer details and learn something about the Gadabuilder's technology or culture. Unfortunately, the readings are simply too strange, and Hilja does not manage to learn anything besides the plain fact of the lattice's existence. Continue. Continue. Link end. Main. To the explorers who have lost their lives on previous missions.
Well, we got out of there alive. We didn't lose anybody, so let's go do some research.
Chiron Gate. Link. Link not found. Memoria. R&D lab. Link. Before it collapses. Shipyard. The Voyager. Form controls. Links. Headings. Shipyard. Heading level 1. Heading not found. The Voyager. Rest. The Chiron Gate can be. Gate drive. Heading level. Gate origin homing. Study of the subatomic. Installed. Gate nexus locator. Gate next. A more complete under. Xenology. 300. Install. Crew capacity. Expanded crew quarters.
Okay,
Image.
this is it. We're good. I think we get to expand our crew quarters.
Expanded crew quarters. Advances in installed. Miniaturized life support. Study of Ayliff. Voyager. Life supports installed. Living quarters redesigned.
There
Image.
it is. Living quarters redesigned. We have unlocked this. So these are really hard to get, but this is going to give us 6 crew member capability.
Living quarters redesign. A complete redesign of the Voyager. Living quarters. Xenology. Image.
Oh no, it calls Xenology. Ooh. We can't do that. That's really, we have to save all of our Xenology for unlocking the final Gate Builders world.
50.
Oh, wow. I'd really love to do this, folks, but it's very important to conserve all your Xenology until you unlock the Gate Builders homeworld. After you unlock the Gate Builders homeworld, then you can take a little bit of risk with this final Xenology study. So we're not going to do this for now. But we did do some suits. Let's see if the suit information... if I feel like the suit is also going to require Xenology. Let's find out.
Ship systems. Heading level. Adaptive aerodynamics. Image. Drag percent add. Adapt. Ship systems. Install. 50. Xenology. 50. Install. Ship system. Adapt. Study of alien. Install. Space suits. Enhanced suit cooling. Image. Enhanced suit cooling. Study of how alien organisms survive in very hot environments could lead to advances in suit cooling systems. Biology. Image.
Oh, good. It's
Slide
only
button
a
down to select
biology
custom action.
cost.
50. Install. Button.
Awesome.
Study of how alien organisms survive in very hot environments could lead to advances in suit cooling systems. Gate drive. Gate origin homing. Gate origin
Awesome. We've unlocked a nice system. So 1 out of 2. Not bad at all. We're doing really good. I think we're going to take another... Nobody was injured, so let's go ahead and take another practice mission.
Links. Done. Link end. Main. Main. Navigation. Landmark. The crew quarters. Link.
I think we really need an engineer. We're going to go back.
Hopeful interstellar
Let's go to
explorers
crew
await selection in Chiron Gate's
quarters.
attack. Edit. Button.
We're going to get a crew. We need to get an engineer.
1 a major total skill. Plus. 20%. Plus. 15%. 3. Left. 2. Slack. 30. XP. Plus 5%. Inspired. Add. Button. Inspired. Image. Inspired. Add. Biologist. Hoshino. Left. She. Slack. Her. Right. Edit. Published in total skill. Plus. 20%. Plus. 20%. 4. Left. 17. Slash. 40. XP. Plus 5%. Headings. Crew quarters. Hopeful interest. Pilot. Yamato. Left. He. Slack. Him. Right. Correct. Edit. Piloted the totals. Plus 10%. Plus 10%. Left. 2. Left. 11. Slack. 20. XP. Add. But. Medic. Health. Left. She. Her. Right. Edit. Help to Voyager. Totals. Plus 15%. Plus 15%. 3. Left. 6. Slash. 30. XP. Add. But. Medic. Image. Left. That. Right. Plus 15%. Plus 15%. 3. Left. 5. Slash. 30. XP. Add. Engineer. Olga Antonova. Left. Karen.
Okay, Olga's back. Let's take Olga.
She. Slash. Her. Right. Correct. Edit. Design geo. Total skill. Plus 25%. Plus 25%. Left. 5. Left. Correct. 0. Slash. 50. XP. Add. Button. Remove. Pilot. Engineer. Zach Jen. Left. Correct. She. Slash. Her. Right. Correct. Edit. Help to design. Voyager. Pilot. Total skill. Plus 5%. Plus 5%. Level 1. Left. Correct. 7. Slash. 10. XP. Add. But. Planetary scientist. Boris Selenko. Left. Correct. He. Slash. Him. Right. Correct. Edit. 1 a major total skill. Plus 20%. Plus 15%. Level 3. Left. Correct. 2. Slash. 30. XP. Plus 5%. Inspired. Add. Button. Biologist. Hoshino Ren. Left. Correct. She. Slash. Her. Right. Correct. Links. Confirmed. 2/5 selected. Link.
Okay, We must have had a lot of injuries. Oh, that's right. We did. We're just going to get a whole new crew. Looks like. I don't know if we want to go 2 engineers. I don't know we want to do that. That might be a good idea to get our engineer a little bit more experience.
Won a major prize for his work in astrogeology.
Or we could get some more biologists. I think let's get some engineers upgrade
Edit.
level.
Right, him. Slash. Link not found. Headings. Crew quarters.
Let's
Heading
get
level
some.
1. Name.
Let's
Landmark.
get another engineer leveled up.
Hopeful pilot. Yamato left for he.
Oh, we could get another pilot. That's important.
Slash him. Right for edit. Piloted the ship that total skill plus 10% plus 10% level 2. Left for 11 slap 20 XP add button. Remove. Medic. Health port. Left for she. Slap her. Right for edit button. Help to design the Voyager.
We'll add health.
S medical fabricator.
Health porn will be added.
Total skill plus 15% plus 15% 3 left for 6 slap 30 XP add button.
All right.
Remove. Pilot. Yamato
So we have a pilot,
E,
we have a medic,
edit.
we have an
Piloted the ship that won
engineer.
2002 medic. Image. Lahas Laxima.
Let's get a xenologist if we
Left
can.
for they slash them. Links. Confirmed. 4/5 selected.
Okay, we got
Win.
one
Name.
space for one more.
Headings. Hospital. Heading level 2. Recruit. Button. Recruitment. Add. Inspired. Plus 5 XP. 30. Recruitment. Heading level 2. Add. Inspired. Plus 5 XP. 30. Slash. 20. Left for 3%. Level. 15. Plus. Percent. 20. Plus. Total skill. S linguistic database. Voyager. Help to design the edit button. Right for him. Slash he. Left for Gerhard Halls.
Gerhard Halls is good. Let's take this person.
Left for he. Slash him. Right for edit. But help to design the Voyager. S linguistic total skill plus 20% plus 15% level 3. Left for 20 slash 30 XP plus 5%. Inspired. Add button.
All right.
Pilot.
Sometimes you have to have a prime crew, and at this point, I'm still trying to decide who my primary crew will be. All right, I think we have time for one more adventure. I think that's going to wrap it up. We're going to take on, as a reward for all of you who have been here this long on Easy Grind, we're going to go ahead and take on one of the more advanced homeworlds. We have a good crew. They're pretty experienced. Our pilot isn't quite experienced heavily, but let's take a chance. Let's go for it.
Links. Confirmed. 5/5 selected. Main. Navigation. Landmark. The Voyager. Crew quarters. Link. R&D lab. Link. Memorial. Link. Chiron Gate. Link. Travel. Link. The Chiron Gate can be used. Stellar flares. Life detect. Travel. Link. Cancel. Link. Crew. Image. Voyager. Can only be giant star. Image. Replicate. Can Voyager. Due to the gate's instability. Voyager. Can giant replicate. Yellow. Giant. 8. Stellar flare. Nebula. Life detect. Trap. Pulsar. Space dwell. Pulsar. 13. Pulsar. Space. Pulsar. Travel. Link. Organic remains detected. Life detected. Nebula. Image. Stellar flares. 8. Giant. Yellow. Replicator's home system. Giant star. Can only visit each civilization's home system once.
Okay, time for home system visits. Okay, let's take a chance. Shall we try...
Giant star. Replicator's home system.
Shall we try the replicators?
Yellow.
Let's go for it.
Giant. 8. Stellar. Nebula. Life detect. Organic travel. Pulsar. Image. Star. Space dweller's home system. Pulsar. Travel. Link.
There we go.
50%. Something moves alongside the Voyager in the chaotic non-space of the wormhole tunnel. It is visible to the explorers, eyes as a knot of flickering light, and to the ship's sensors as a fractally complex interplay of energy fields. It moves as if alive and curious, drawing close to the Voyager, and then backing away. Xenologist Hiljahin Su wonders if it might be intelligent. 45%. Xenologist Gerhard Halls wonders if it might be intelligent. 50%. The Voyager stays alongside the phenomenon in order to scan it. 50%. The explorers avoid the phenomenon.
We're just going to avoid it. We don't have a good percentage.
The explorers avoid the phenomenon. Link end. Crew. The explorers avoid the phenomenon. Continue. Link end. Main. The Voyager moves away from the phenomenon, which accelerates alongside for a moment but then peels away. The explorers wonder if it lost interest or simply drifted away on the gravitational currents. Continue. Link not found. If it lost in. Continue. Link end. Main. Adara is a binary system consisting of a yellow giant, much more massive than the sun and somewhat brighter, and a yellow-white giant, whose surface frequently erupts into stellar flares. The system is inside a thick nebula. The Chiron project detected both current and extinct life in this system. The Voyager is orbiting the wormhole back to Chiron base. Giant star, Adara Alpha, Nebula, Giant star, Adara Beta, stellar flares. Minor planet. Adar 8573. Very hot. Life detected. Travel. 30 fuel. Large terrestrial planet. Adar I. Very hot. Moderate gravity. Travel. 25 fuel. Minor planet. Adar IA. Very hot. Life detected. Travel. 25 fuel. Small terrestrial planet. Adar IV. Very hot. High gravity. Life detected. Travel. 25 fuel. Minor planet. Adar 7733. Hot. Life detected. Travel. 20 fuel. Minor planet. Adar 3741. Hot. Life detected. Travel. 15 fuel. Large terrestrial planet. Adar 2. Temperate. High gravity. Oxygen nitrogen. Atmosphere. Liquid detected. Travel. 10 fuel. Minor planet. Adar 4292. Temperate. Life detected. Travel. 5 fuel. In orbit. Gate. Adar Gate. Return. Cancel. Continue. Link.
We have a good opportunity here. The good thing about the home systems are that you have lots of opportunities to discover life and remains. You can learn a lot of lore about some of the original spacefaring creatures and species. So this is a great opportunity if you're a big lore buff. This is how you learned it in Beyond the Chiron Gate. These are the worlds where you're going to learn the most. All right, this is going to be our final journey, and that will be it for our easy grind session. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. We're going to go ahead and explore this last world, and stay tuned though. Even after this adventure, there's much more Constellation episodes to be found on Easy Grind, and many more. So stick around and don't leave us behind, okay? We love having you along for the journey.
Return. Link. Cancel. Link. Return. Adar Gate. Image. In orbit. Travel. 5 fuel. Link. Period. The Voyager. Matches orbit with Adar 4292. A small. Temperate. Rocky. Asteroid. It is. Land unusually light. For a body of its size. What could be an artificial structure. Orbits the asteroid. The Voyager. Scanners have detected signs of life on this asteroid. Landing. Would cost. Fuel. 0. Leave orbit. Ellipses.
All right. Most likely, these are going to be structures in space that are actually inhabited by aliens.
Artificial structure. Link.
Let's go check it out.
Space-dwelling life form. The orbiting object proves to be a huge space-dwelling life form. Continue.
All right.
Continue. Link end. Main. System. A huge organism has found a way to survive in the void of space. An environment once thought utterly inimical to life. Part of its secret is a quasi-metallic hide that protects its innards from the vacuum and can even deflect small asteroids. If, here in the Adara system, a huge organism has found a way to survive in the void of space. An environment once thought utterly inimical to life. Part of its secret is a quasi-metallic hide that protects its innards from the vacuum and can even deflect small asteroids. If the explorers could retrieve a sample of this hide, Chiron basis engineers might be able to use it as a new layer of armor for the Voyager. The tiny sample, the explorers, need could easily be retrieved without harming the organism, but there is no way of knowing how the organism would react to the attempt. The explorers try to retrieve a sample, 30%. The explorers log their findings and move on.
Unfortunately, we don't have anybody who can retrieve a sample safely, so we're going to pass this one up, unfortunately.
The explorers try to retrieve a sample. The explorers, link. 30%. The explorers, link. 30. The explorers log their findings and move on. Link end. Main. Leave orbit. Ellipses. Link end. Main. The Voyager has matched orbit with Adara 4292, a small, temperate, rocky asteroid. It is. Land unusually light. For a body of its size, an enormous, space-dwelling life form orbits the asteroid. The Voyager scanners have detected signs of life on this asteroid. Landing would cost. Fuel. 0. Leave orbit. Ellipses. Link not found. Space-dwelling life form. Link.
We can take a look at this space-dwelling life form. Let's go take a peek.
Into a life form. Although with such advanced technology the line between a machine and a life form is blurred. Close inspection of the creature's biochemistry reveals that it cannot have evolved naturally, and its ancestors must have been created by an advanced civilization. In fact, it is closer to an elaborate, self-replicating machine than to a life form. Although with such advanced technology the line between a machine and a life form is blurred, the explorers recognize the technology of the replicators. Continue. Link end. Main. Yamato Linden. Link. The navigational sensors alert the explorers to an object erratically moving in and out of a collision course with the Voyager. It is the immense space-dwelling life form that the explorers at first took to be a natural satellite of Adara 4292. A close-up view of such a creature could be informative, but it is much larger than the Voyager. And it looks like it could easily damage the ship without meaning to. Pilot Yamato Linden evades the creature. 2 fuel. 80%. The explorers wait for the creature to lose interest. 50%.
We'll go for the 80%.
And it looks like it could. Link not found. Yamato Linden. Link. 80%. Yamato Linden. Link. Continue. Link end. Main. Success. The creature's means of propulsion is unclear, but whatever it is, it cannot provide as much acceleration as the Voyager's landing engine. Yamato easily puts some distance between the ship and the creature, which gives up the chase and returns to its normal orbit. Continue. Link not found. Between the ship. Continue. Link end. Main. Leave orbit. Ellipses. Link end. Main. The Voyager has matched orbit with Adara 4002. Link not found. Land unusually light. Link. Asteroid. It is. Land unusually light. For a body of its size. Artificial structure. Leave orbit. Ellipsis. Land unusually light. Link. Land. Link. Image. Unusually light. Link. Leave orbit. Ellipsis. Land unusually light.
Let's
link.
go land.
Su. The Voyager touches down on Adara 4292. The planetoid consists of lighter materials usually found in the upper crust of terrestrial planets. Su guesses that it was once part of a planet's crust, which was shattered by a primordial collision. Continue. Link end. Main. Health porn. Link. The Explorers. Radiation. Monitors. Begins. Bleeping urgently. 1 of Adara Beta. S periodic stellar flares is beginning. And soon. Adara 4292's surface will be flooded with dangerous radiation. Engineer. Olga Antonova builds a makeshift radiation shelter. 75%. Medic Health Porn administers anti-radiation drugs. 45%. The Explorers try to get back to the Voyager before the flare hits. 50%. The Explorers stop to study the flare before returning to the ship. 30%.
All right, we'll go for the 75%.
75%. Engineer Olga Antonova builds a makeshift. 75. Engineer Olga Antonova builds a makeshift. Inside until their radiation trackers stop clicking and emerge unharmed into the radiation-washed landscape. Success. Olga assembles a survival tent and lines its interior with radiation shielding. The Explorers huddle inside until their radiation trackers stop clicking and emerge unharmed into the radiation-washed landscape. Continue. Link end. Main. Period. The Voyager rests on the surface of Adara 4292. A small, temperate, rocky asteroid. Take off and leave orbit. Period. Replicators. Link not
All
found.
right, there's nothing else here. Let's go ahead. That's one planet.
Period.
Complete.
Take off and leave orbit. Ellipsis. Link end. Adara is a binary system consisting of screen record. Cancel. Link end. Cancel. Travel. 5 fuel. Link. Cancel. Crew. Image. Comp. 5. Crew. Cancel. Travel. 5. Adara Gate. Gate. Image. Return. Visited. Alien interfere. Life detected. Temperate. Adara 4000. Minor planet. In orbit. Image. Travel. 5 fuel.
Let's go
Link.
to the next planet.
Land.
Planet
Link.
number
Image.
2.
The Voyager enters orbit of Adara 2. A large, temperate, rocky planet with high gravity and a crushingly dense land oxygen nitrogen atmosphere. It is surrounded by a ring of small bodies. An ocean of land liquid water covers its entire surface. Landing would cost fuel 6. Leave orbit. Ellipsis of small bodies. Ring. Link. Land oxygen nitrogen. Link.
All right. Let's go land.
Atmosphere. Land oxygen nitrogen. Link. The main landmark. The Voyager splashes down into Adara 2's planet-wide ocean. There appears to be no physical explanation for the atmosphere's oxygen content, but Gerhard Halls eventually finds traces of an ancient microorganism that once converted carbon dioxide into oxygen. Over time, the oxygen will be reabsorbed into the planet's surface, but life here appears to have gone extinct recently enough that the oxygen is still present. Continue. Link end. Main. The Explorers. Link. A warning sound blares in. Olga Antonova's helmet. Her suit seals are failing under the crushing pressure of Adara 2's atmosphere. Medic Health Porn tries to keep Olga alive until the Explorers get her back to the Voyager. 45%. The other Explorers try to reinforce Olga's suit by transferring atmosphere from their own. 50%. The Explorers hurry Olga back to the Voyager. 30%.
Well, this is not great, but there's not much we can do. There will be an injury, but it's not life-threatening.
The Explorers hurry Olga back to the Voyager. 30%. The other Explorers try to reinforce. 50%. The other Explorers try to reinforce Olga's. Continue. Link end. Main. Success. The Explorers link their suit's life support systems and transfer pressure to Olga's suit. Although Olga's suit's internal pressure is still less than the crushing atmosphere of Adara 2. The transfer is enough to strengthen Olga's suit seals and keep her suit from imploding while the Explorers return to the Voyager. Continue. Link not found. Period. Continue. Link end. Main. Take off and leave orbit. Ellipsis. Link end. Main. Take off and leave orbit. Extinct. Link.
All right, there's a new extinct species. Let's explore.
Life. Link.
But first, let's try life.
Continue. Link end. Main. Olga Antonova discovers an extinct ecosystem. Carbon-based, microbial, plant, and animal life on the surface and in the ocean. Photosynthetic life forms were responsible for the planet's oxygen atmosphere and became extinct recently enough that the oxygen has not yet had time to vanish. Continue. Link not found. Oxygen. Continue. Link end. Main. Medic. Link. Image. On the way back to the Voyager. Su begins to lag behind the rest of the group, and her breathing becomes labored. The planet's high gravity is taking its toll, and she is suffering from exhaustion. Engineer Olga Antonova adjusts Hilja's suit joints to let the suit take more of her weight. 75%. Medic Health Porn treats Hilja with drugs that will reinforce her muscles. 45%. The other Explorers drag Hilja back to the Voyager. 50%. The Explorers walk back to the Voyager. 30%.
We'll take the high percentage.
Muscles. Link. Her. Link. With drugs that will reinforce. Hilja. Link. 45%. Hilja. Treats. Health porn. Link. 45%. Medic. Engineer Olga Antonova. 75. Engineer Olga Antonova adjusts Hilja with a limited range of movement, but supports. Success. The Explorers pause while Olga adjusts Hilja's suit to take more of her weight. The adjustments leave Hilja with a limited range of movement, but supports her for long enough for the Explorers to get back to the Voyager. Continue. Link end. Main. Extinct. Link. The Voyager floats on the planet carbon base.
We're doing really good with our exploration.
Takeoff ring. Link. Ocean. Link.
Let's take a look at the ocean.
Gerhard Halls. Studying the water's composition. Gerhard Halls realizes that Adara 2 was once an ice planet. which melted as it migrated inwards or as the star's temperature rose. Hiljahin-Su identifies the ruins of underwater cities built by intelligent aliens. Continue.
It's appropriate that my noise is playing some beautiful, calm ocean sounds.
Continue. Link end. Main. Continue. Link. Biology. Cellular. 4 of 4 bars. Signal strength. Status. Produce the oxygen in the photosynthesizing organisms. Photosynthetic oxygen. Biology. Period. Life. Animal. And. Takeoff ring. Link. Of small bodies. Extinct. Link. Civilization. Link.
Let's take a look at civilization.
Civilization. Link. The explorers come across a mausoleum filled with Nathert bodies. The bodies appear to have been carefully preserved shortly after death, and the conditions of the area have led to them being undisturbed since the fall of the civilization. The explorers could learn a lot about the aliens' biology from dissecting some of the bodies, but Gerhard Halst feels that to do so would be disrespectful to the dead. Xenologist Hiljahin-Su learns what she can about the bodies without disturbing them. 45%. Xenologist Gerhard Halst learns what he can about the bodies without disturbing them. 50%. The explorers dissect several of the bodies. 30%. The explorers leave rather than disturbing the alien bodies.
All these opportunities are really low percentages, so it's possible, but you're probably not going to succeed. And it's possible you could get some injuries.
Heading not found.
So we're going to just skip it.
Screen recording in progress. Cellular. 4. Rather than disturbing the alien body. Crew. Image. 5. Crew. Rather than disturbing. 30%. Button. Rather than disturbing the alien 30. The explorers dissect several of the bodies. 30%. Rather than disturbing the alien bodies. Link. Crew. Image. 5.
Looks like we have to do one of these.
Crew. Rather. 30%. The 50%. Xenologist Gerhard Halst. 50%. Button. The explorers dissects. 30%. The 45. Xenologist Hild. Link not found. 45%. Button. Xenologist Gerhard Halst. 50%.
We'll try
button.
the 50%.
Xenologist Gerhard Halst learns what he can about the bodies without. Continue. Link end. Main. Success. Gerhard Halst performs 3D scans of the bodies, being careful not to touch them. The explorers learn a few things about the aliens, anatomy, and burial practices, although not as much as if the explorers had studied them more closely. Continue. Link not found.
Good.
Had studied them. Continue. Link end. Main.
We're having good
The
success.
Voyager floats on the planet wide. Continue. Link. Extinct. Link not found. Natural climate shift. Underwent an extreme natural climate shift. At around the time the continue. Link end. Main. Continue. Link end. Main. 3. Continue. Link end.
Unfortunately, we are getting a little bit of...
Continue.
The interface
Link.
is
Biology.
getting
Chinatown.
a
30315.
little... The interface is giving us a little bit of peak. Unfortunately, what happens sometimes with Beyond Chiron Gate is that the interface will show my status bar. It depends on what version you're using and what phone you have. And so that starts to create some errors with the game, and the game will start selecting categories. It's a little bit of a bug. It's not a bad bug. Overall, we usually don't encounter this problem unless we've been utilizing it. Sometimes is something that happens when I play the game, but we'll see if we can just complete this mission and then we're going to stop.
Once supported an ecosystem of not to have evolved. Link.
Let's try to get as much done here as possible. We're going to wrap it up.
Driven to extinction. Yamato Linden learns that the Nathert were related to the planet's native life on a chemical level, and that the lack of visible resemblance is because they had accidentally or deliberately driven to extinction any native life forms that resemble themselves. Gerhard Halst, Xenologist, level 4. Xenologist, inspired is now level 4. Continue.
All right, we got a nice level up, which is great.
Continue. Link end. Main. The explorers leave the document for Earth-based scholars. Link end. Main. In the ruins of Minder, the explorers find an ancient data storage device containing what appears to be an epic work of literature. Normally, the explorers would scan it and leave it for Earth-based scholars to study it in detail. But Hiljahin-Su becomes fascinated with it and wants to spend time translating it in full and delving into its meaning. The explorers stop while Hiljahin-Su studies the document in depth. 65%. The explorers leave the document for Earth-based scholars.
Now, this is a good one. If we fail, though, she will be depressed, so we're going to go ahead and take a risk here. It's a good chance. It's a good time to start taking a little bit more risk.
The explorers stop while Hiljahin-Su becomes fascinated with it and want the explorers 65%. The explorers stop while Hiljahin-Su culture but also applicable to all intelligent life. At the end of success, Hiljahin-Su spends days poring over the document, barely stopping to eat and sleep. The story is an epic drama, possibly inspired by real historical events, dealing with themes that manage to be both specific to Nathert culture but also applicable to all intelligent life. At the end of her study, the explorers find Hilja changed, filled with a new enthusiasm, inspired.
All right.
5% skill for exploration. Continue.
She's now inspired, which is great.
Continue. Link end.
We've
Main.
gotten some really good
Continue.
moves here.
Link. 76% battery power. 76% battery. Heading not found. Take off and leave orbit. Extinct. Link.
Let's go check out the extinct life.
Remove their own capacity for abstract thought. Hiljahin-Su discovers that, in the last centuries of Nathert history, an increasing number of individuals deliberately used technology to remove their own capacity for abstract thought. returning to what they thought was a better animal state of existence. Eventually the remaining sapient communities died out, leaving only their post-sapient cousins. Continue.
All right.
Continue.
We're
Link
doing
main.
well.
Gerhard Hall's. Link. The explorers find an intact building that was evidently once some kind of biological laboratory. A few of the microbial samples are still intact, as are some of the apparatus the Nather were using to study them. Xenologist Hiljagin Su attempts to reactivate the Nather apparatus and study the samples in situ. 70%. Xenologist Gerhard Hall's attempts to reactivate the Nather apparatus and study the samples in situ. 75%. The explorers remove the samples for analysis back at Chiron Gate. 30%. The explorers log their findings and move on.
We'll try it. We're doing really well. We might get this one.
The samples for analysis back 30%. Button. The 75%. But Xenologist Gerhard Hall's attempts to react. Continue. Link end. Main. Success. Gerhard manages to decipher the Nather equipment and reactivate it. Its databanks contain a wealth of information about the biological samples that the Nather were studying, and even more about the scientists themselves. Continue.
All right.
Link not found. Period. Continue. Link end. Main. The Voyager floats on the planet-wide ocean, covering the surface of Minder, a large, temperate, rocky planet with high gravity and a crushingly dense oxygen-nitrogen atmosphere. It was once an ice planet whose ice melted as it migrated inwards or as the star's temperature rose. It is surrounded by a takeoff ring of small bodies. The planet's surface and ocean once supported an ecosystem of carbon-based plant and animal life. Photosynthesizing organisms produced the oxygen in the planet's atmosphere. A natural climate shift eventually wiped out all life on the planet. This planet once had a spacefaring civilization of aquatic omnivores who called themselves the Nather. The ruins of their underwater cities rest on the ocean floor. Although they evolved from the native life, at some point before their extinction they wiped out any animals remotely resembling themselves. They created sophisticated, self-replicating machines. Their civilization ended when they deliberately gave up their capacity for abstract thought. Take off and leave orbit. Ellipsis. Continue.
All right,
Link.
we can do one more thing on this planet.
Take off and leave orbit. Take off ring. Link.
Let's go the takeoff ring, and then we're done.
Deliberately gave up their civilization and take off ring. Link.
Let's see if there's anything here.
Take off ring. Link. Screen recording in progress. 10 a.m.
Sorry about that.
Status bar item. Minder.
There's a little bug.
S engine strained to lift the ship out of Voyager. The main. Voyager. Main. Button. Crew. Button. Ship. Button. Minder. SD gravity well. The ring. Minder. S engine strained to lift the ship out of Voyager. The main. Ring system. The main. Voyager. S engine strained to lift the ship out of Minder. SD gravity well. The ring system is composed of ancient space junk from the space program of the planet S. Long vanished civilization. Period. Continue. Link end.
All right, we got a little space junk.
Link not found. Period. Continue.
Knowledge.
Link end. Main. Into the atmosphere to gather data from the heart of the storm. Link. The Voyager is orbiting over the night side of Minder. But the surface below lights up with crackling spirals of energy. A freak electrical storm is occurring in the planet's atmosphere, and beautiful but potentially deadly energy discharges are arcing through its atmosphere. Pilot Yamato Linden flies the Voyager into the atmosphere to gather data from the heart of the storm. 2 fuel, 85%. Engineer Olga Antonova builds a remote probe to collect data from the storm. 95%. The explorers watch the light show.
We're going to take the 95%.
Left paren. Link. The light show. Link. Watch. Link. The explorers. Link. The explorers watch the light. Engineer Olga Antonova build 95. Engineer Olga Antonova builds a remote continue. Link end. Main. Success. Olga. S probe deorbits and enters the storm. The winds suck it deep into the atmosphere, where it transmits its findings back to the Voyager before it is inevitably destroyed. Continue. Link not found. Before it is continue. Link end. Main. The Voyager is in orbit of Minder. A large.
All right, that's going to be it for us today on Easy Grind. Constellation has been a success. The game is Beyond the Chiron Gate. The developer's name is John Ayliff. You can find it in the description, and you can find a complete tutorial on the channel called Game GAME. And as always, thank you so much for joining us on Easy Grind on the channel that describes everything. Game Double Tap with Michael Gray, myself, and all of you. Much kindness to you, blessings to you, and stay tuned for more episodes of Easy Grind on our relaxing VOD playlist.